So if we're concerned about where we are, who I think I could give probably a pretty good solid recap. Let me see if I can give a recap. Okay, Ernest, sort of hand to God, hand to God. Hey, thanks, Trick Legs TV. Appreciate that. Hey, first time chatter, highway to the danger. Just found your stream last night. Are you playing Wild Dead, Red Dead, Wild RP anymore? I am. I'm just taking a little breather. 100% getting back into RP. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for enjoying the videos. Definitely getting back in RP. Just playing a little bit of like Baldur's Gate 3 just because like I'm fucking in it. It's great. I'm not in it. I'm not in the game, but it's a fantastic game and I want to play it. But definitely getting back into RP. Circle back if you don't want to see Baldur's Gate 3 gameplay. Circle back hopefully later on when it's done, or you just if you sub, you can get access to all that previous shit. But sorry if that's a bummer, because I know people have like come for the RP and I'm not doing it right now, but I will 100%, 1000% get back into it. Okay, here's a recap of where we are with the Amiga A590 SCSI hard drive. Okay, he got the hard drive. It was a little beat up. There's some modifications done to it, like LED lights. We don't like those. We want the vintage ones. And some wires, some bypass wires on the back of the board. We didn't like that. We had to clean that up. We had 2 full megs of RAM, which was pretty smoking hot. But we realized that we only had like enough row for 512. That's one row, the bottom row of RAM, because all the other ones were bad. So we basically bought some new old stock, I think, or some replacement RAM out there. Then we got the RAM working, and that was like basically I think that was basically episode 1. We had a hard drive in there, but it was like a 4 gig hard drive or a 2 gig hard drive or something like that. But so we're not really sure if we're actually going to use that. Oh no, we are trying to use that. That's on episode 2. Another couple things we were just learning about the board, about what the little tags and dips and switches and all that kind of stuff was. There's a lot of into the weeds. There's a lot of into the weeds for that. I'm getting to the DMAC. Relax. Give me a second. But there was a lot of into the weeds with the circuitry and the chips and all that kind of stuff. And that, oh yeah, exactly. Thank you, Majazu. That one of them, thank you, Majazu. That one of the chips was an Epson, which was kind of a pretty interesting thing, because Epson, we all know them for printers, but actually it turns out it was making chips for, I want to say, it wasn't storage, but it was something to that effect. And it's usually Western Digital. And my man Robert here was kind of like, whoa, that's crazy. Epson, what are we doing here? That's cool, because this is a Revolution 6 board as opposed to a Revolution 7. And that's pretty exciting. So he's kind of got like a rare thing. And he noticed on the second episode that like the exterior of the fucking shell was a little bit different than normal. Usually the little bevel goes to the fucking edge, and this one didn't. And that's either exciting or not. I can't remember if he thinks that's aftermarket or if he thinks that's legit old school. I couldn't tell his take on it. I think he wanted the other one. Anyway, then he's like, okay, so he's booting up and he's like, what the fuck is still not happening? Why am I still not popping off? So he's checking chips, and he's got a fucking chip puller. He's got this cool little gadget that takes out the chips. He's testing different components, but all I can remember is the DMAC, which kind of looks like the CPU kind of thing. I don't know what the DMAC does, but it was maybe like some kind of central controller for the fucking board or something. And he was kind of like, yo, man, what's up with the DMAC? And he got I think he ordered in a new one, and he slapped that bad boy in, and he had a special DMAC puller, because he's fucking got the tools for fools. He's got the tools for day. It's the memory access controller, the direct one. Thank you, Kulakan. Coming in, big dunk, big Michael Jordan. Like, I got it. Pass me the rock. What is it? It's the fucking memory access controller. Oh, the GIF. Okay. So then we get it. We get all that shit going on. We got all the chips. We know the RAM's nice and toasty and ready to ghosty. But we're at a point where we're like, what's up with this fucking hard drive? What is it? What is in it? Are we gonna get some fucking Bitcoin files? Are we gonna get some dot matrix prawn? What are we gonna get on this hard drive? And so we start within it, and then Robert's like, he's clicking and clacking, trying to get it in. He can load it up virtually, maybe. I can't remember if he loads it up in Win UAE, or even then there was trouble. But he was having trouble accessing the hard drive just to even tell if it was fried or not. And that's when it was like the DMAC and all the other controllers, and he sort of got it in Win UAE, but then he's having to like boot from all these different disks, these boot disks. And he finally got all the sequences of chips right. He got on there, and there was all these sort of different drives on the hard drive. But sadly, they were empty, and there was no secret gossip. There were no government fucking files on a goddamn Hunter Biden. I'd really like to see them. I'd really like to see the files. Okay, that's all I'm saying is I'd really like to see the Hunter files. And I really thought they were going to be on this hard drive. That's okay, but the Donald, he promised they're going to show up, and that's what we just have to be patient for him, okay? We just have to be, we got to wait and see, and trust me, Trump's going to deliver, as always, 2024. We're going to get the files. And then he was like, dude, my hard drive is feeling tight, but looking messy. So then we did the...
This A590 is over 30 years old.
Yeah.
So let's give it a bath.
What? Then he did a washing the plastic sequence where he cleaned up the plastic of it. He cleaned it up real nice. He scooched off a sticker that did no bolongo, and then he washed it in a bath, but he kept the stickers on. I was really panicked about the fucking stickers. I thought, man, you're gonna wet these stickers up. They're gonna come right off. And these are the stickers you want. They got information on them. They got like the OG shit. But he cleaned it up real nice, real fresh, real tight. And oh yeah, and then there was the flipping. Oh yeah. I think he flipped these dip switches to enable the second megabyte. No, it was like he kept flipping the switch at the back because the four switches each did different things. The far right one was there for future fucking switchable shit that wasn't like even in. So the Amiga was so far ahead of its time. They're like, one day there's going to be a Pentium processor, but also our computer company will be dead. He kept switching it because it wanted to switching it meant you could run off of one thing or off of another thing, like either from the disk or like a fucking boot disk or something. And anyway, he cleaned out the hard drive, and now he's ready to go. And I can't remember what he said he was going to do on this third episode, but he did give us a little teaser, and we're about to find out. Now, it says here at the bottom where my body is, it says recap and plans. So let's see if I got this kind of right. What do you think of that fucking recap, Yak? Thoughts? I'm rock hard. Jermaine is edging. Jermaine is like, I'm not gonna pop until he's not gonna pop until he gets episode 4 in his mind. Jesus, you got the whole weekend and Labor Day. I don't know, brother. That's fucking madness. All right, the homemade mega jumper. Wait, are you talking about the back of the board, or is there another kind of mega jumper that I'm missing? I forgot the missing pin. Oh God, yes. Oh, Rabid Doggy, first time chatter. You've been here for a while, but you're like, this man must not forget about the fucking missing pin. You're right. Good call. We did put a fucking chip in and miss the pin, and it turns out those two chips were bogus or something. So he tried these other ones. He had to reorder them. That was a whole fucking thing. Did we get the pin? No, we forgot the pin controversy. Pin gate. We forgot. All right, here we go. Let's go. Part 3 of the fucking A590 SCSI hard drive revamp, remodel. We're going to do his recap plans. All right, grab yourself some pea corn, tuck yourself into Betty Bye, but stay up because you're not going to want to miss this.
I successfully restored an Amiga A590 drive to fully working order, but spinning discs are so last year, and these early SCSI discs just aren't made anymore. So, in this video, we're going to look at some alternatives to physical spinning drives. So
What?
let's start with an overview of some...
Is this man gonna put in a solid state drive into his Amiga, like, refurbished build? Robert, I'm not disappointed. I'm just a little... I'm taken aback. I thought he was gonna go, like... What I don't like about modern hard drives is that you can have a terabyte of data in there, and I want to go old school, and I want to limit myself to, 5 megs, 10 megs. He's a fucking monster. So, okay, let him cook. All right, you're right. Okay, here we go.
Some of the solutions currently available, and we'll start with probably the oldest, SCSI to SD. SCSI to SD has been around since at
Oh, it turns out I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
least 2011 as a simple way to replace a SCSI hard disk with a solid state alternative. Since that time, a series of different revisions of the board have been produced, starting with revision 1, which came in a kit form. The last version, revision 6, came out in 2021. It may have been one of the first devices
2021. The man just said the year like he was an alien trying to figure out Earth time. 2021 is how people would say that. 2021. What is this? Is this a bit? This has to be the bit. Rob Smith? Fuck off. Fuck off. Are you here? Is this a goof? No fucking way. This is one of you guys goofing me. Check his chat logs. This is a fucking fake account. Someone's changed their name. There's no way. The profile pic is him. That doesn't prove anything. Go back 20 seconds and check the top right corner of the video. What?
An overview of some of the solutions currently available, and we'll start with probably the oldest, SCSI to SD.
Someone gifted him a sub the other day? No fucking
SCSI to
way.
SD has been around since at least 2011 as a simple way to replace a SCSI hard disk with a solid state alternative.
What? I don't see anything.
Since that time, a series of different revisions of the board have been produced, starting with revision 1, which came in a kit form. The last version, revision 6, came out in 2021. It may have been one of the first devices of its kind, but it's not the only device available. Around this time, the Blues...
Why did you say 2021? Check the eye. What? You're taking me out of the zone, bro. Is this a good... When did you make this? No. You made this in June 25th. We've only... Come on, get in there. Are you goofing me? Are we friends now? Is this real? Maybe turn on annotations? How? Why am I so dumb? Annotations are on. Keep scrolling. This is a goof. Hold on. I get nervous when I fucking do this. Parker Circle's on it. You can't hide from... You can't hide. What am I doing wrong? Don't you goof us, Rob, because if this is you, man. Someone check his IP. We have been going to town on your videos this week. It is him. Wait. What? I'm crying. Humorous selfie. Wait, why? How come I get... What?
Stored an Amiga A590 drive to fully working order. But spinning discs are so last year.
Nothing comes
and
up.
these early SCSI discs just aren't made anymore. So, in this video, we're going to look at some alternatives to physical spinning drives. So let's start with an overview of some of the
It is! Middleditch, watch this! I see it! Oh my god! Okay, we'll bring it back on. It's fucking real!
Hello.
Yeah! Yeah, dude. Rob, get on Discord. Get on Discord. I'm gonna invite you to my Discord right now. Jesus, this is like the biggest celebrity sighting we've ever fucking experienced. Holy shit. No way. Bruh.
This A590 is over 30 years old.
Yeah.
So let's give it a bath.
What? Hey. Fuck. Clean that shit. Someone get him the Discord. Someone get him the Discord so I can invite him into a chat. Rob, do you want to chat a little bit, like on Discord, and just like, can I ask you a couple questions? Can we do like a friendly interview? He's in your Discord. Check the chat room. Oh fuck, dude, I'm blown. Why can't I see it in 2021? I'm in the chat room. Oh, here he is. Okay, because I'm on streamer fucking mode. Check out the background of Rob's video. I don't know what it brings. It says, hey, Thomas Middleditch, check this out. But then it like brings me somewhere. Is it like to a comment or something?
In the last video, I successfully restored an Amiga A590 drive to fully working order. But spinning discs are so last year, and these early SCSI discs just aren't made anymore. So, in this video, we're going to look at some alternatives to physical spinning drives. So let's start with an overview.
Middleditch, watch this. And then it goes down to music? Or... Oh, hey, Middleditch, watch this. Oh.
Hey, Tom.
Oh.
I'm a rat and I need a little snack.
Hey, Thomas. I see you. Thanks for letting me record this here. I see you and
You
your
can't
viewers
rock-
have been watching my videos, and thanks Anonymous for the sub. I know you're all having a little bit of fun at my content, and honestly, I don't mind. The retro scene is huge at the moment, especially in the UK, but I don't just cover Amiga content. I think some of your viewers may find my retro directory website interesting too, and I know you like to visit a barcade from time to time.
I do.
Maybe you'll discover some more. In my day job, I'm lucky enough.
I do. Hey, Rob. I do love barcades, and also I had an Amiga. I grew up with an Amiga. I love the fucking Amiga. Okay, don't get it twisted. We are not taking the piss out of it in any mean-spirited way. It's like the only thing that's funny is because you know so much and it's so in the weeds. It's in the weeds, and so it's hard for small brain, smooth brain to understand. But don't ever get it twisted. We love this and I'm making everybody watch it because I think it's so crazy and amazing and fun that you know all about this. Okay. And I used to have the Win UAE emulator and shit. I played all my favorite games that I grew up with. I used to have all that stuff. I have a fucking cabinet downstairs, and I was so bummed that the person who helped make it for me didn't put Win UAE on it because I specifically asked for it because they have a Raspberry and they didn't know how to do it. They did a Raspberry Pi because they didn't know how to put it on. But I just want to make sure because I've said it before in disclaimers, but now that I've got you on the horn here, Just so you're sure, it is fucking. We're on the same team. This is wild. I'm so glad. This is amazing.
To work on and write the software for some very interesting projects, sometimes being the only developer. And if it wasn't for the Amiga, like a lot of people, I probably wouldn't have the career I have now.
For real.
Oh, and spoiler alert, there's going to be an unexpected part 5 on the video series you're watching.
Oh!
Hopefully you've realised I don't actually take myself too seriously.
No.
Maybe check out the start of these 2 videos to see just how stupid they can get.
Yeah, baby.
And maybe I'll catch you on your next stream.
Oh, what a fucking sweetie, dude. What a fucking nice guy. Puts in his plugs and gives me a little juice at the bottom right. You absolute fucking legend. In this year, 2023. AKA Rod Kimball. You even put it in the reference. Oh my God. You came in and drained a tray. That's basketball terms for 3 points. We're pumped for part 5. I'm pumped for part 4. Well, I got part 3 ready to go. Do you want to watch it with us? Dude, I'm so honored. This is when good internet happens. You know, so much of internet is like crazy and mean and fucking shitty, and you just like watching terrible things happen on the internet. This is sweet, good old fashioned, wholesome, fucking top tier, feel good goddamn internet. And no, you haven't been trolled. Not at all. You've been celebrated. Show him a Rod Kimball jam? Yeah. Just so you know why I was calling you Rod Kimball is because I Rod's a community member, and I've obviously never met him. We have a parasocial relationship, and it's actually pretty serious. We're thinking about really taking it to the next level. But he always makes these like hot like electronica jams, and this is the latest one he made, and it was kind of like I love all the he makes house stuff, but then I felt like he was gonna be good at like jungle drum and bass, and so I challenged him.
Yeah. What's it gonna take for me to get you to do like
then he did this.
London underground jungle like drum and bass, like fucking crazy BPM?
And I put money on it, Robert. I put money on it that you probably make a bit of music as well.
Bro, I slept. I live jungle, dude. Go, give us.
Dude, the new haircut totally feels.
Give us something fucking.
This.
Here we go now. Disgusting. Sickening. Here we go now. Disgusting.
Makes me want to wash my Amiga. I tell you, this music makes me want to clean the shit out of my Amiga. Robert, are you still in the chat? I need to ask you what your favorite Amiga games are, because I have them. Robert, please tell me you're still here. What's your favorite Amiga games? Oh, we give Always Lemmings? Okay. That's a very UK response. What about Speedball 2 Brutal Deluxe? Can I get a shout out to my Speedball 2 fucking Did you like that one? That one was my top. It's the most sensible response. Yes, Meta. Lemmings, the sequel, the secret prequel to GTA 6. It was a little too crazy for you. Okay, okay. I liked Speedball 2. I liked. Did you play International Karate Plus? Cannon Fodder was great. Good call, Yakula Khan. Hey, Cal Pokies, thanks for the prime, baby. Super Frog or die. Hell yeah. Rob, did you play? Did you mess with International Karate Plus? The man did say always Lemmings. I know he said it. I just want to know if he's played the same games I have. Ooh, I need help with this, Rob. Okay, only a mind as vast into the Amiga sphere as yours would maybe know this. Okay. I'm going to describe a game that I have long since forgotten the name of, but I played it and I loved it. Okay, Rob, help me out. I think it might be called Laser Cars or something, but here it is. It's top down. You have these little vehicles, and each little vehicle can do a different thing. And there are these, it's like you have to shoot a laser beam or a laser ball, and like it'll hit a mirror, poink, 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 and then you can have these. Is it called Laser Squad? And then it has all these, like, you have to like deflect a laser ball or a beam around a map and get it to the thing at the end. Do you know what I'm talking about? Top down, little cars, and you move them around and get it just right. Rob's out. He's like, all right, man, your energy is a little too much, Thomas. I thank you. I didn't want to actually stay here this long. I actually have work. I'm working. Sorry, man. I came in too hot and I've scared you away. Well, that was a treat. It's actually midnight there. Well, I don't know. He could have said bye. The last thing he said was, always Lemmings. And then he was like, peace. I'm shutting my computer down. I'm going to bed. Fuck it. Lemmings mic drop. Oh man. It's only 10:30. Oh, and also, Rob, we want to know where you're from. We were kind of analyzing the accent. A couple of my UK friends said Birmingham. But you're gone. We can't talk to you. Did you reply to me? No, you didn't. So it's okay. It's okay. You came as quickly as you went. We miss him. Tell him about my British parents. My whole family is English. Does that change anything? Will you answer me now? They're all from my parents are from Potter's Bar, which is just outside of London. I'm sad, but I get it. I get it. I went too hype. I kind of lost my mind and I scared him, and I'm sorry. Fuck, that sucks. But maybe you'll come back and we can talk. He'll be back. Okay. Try and let me know if he's back. We're going to continue on with part 3 because I legitimately am excited. What a fucking treat that was. That was so cool. Left on red. Yeah, exactly. You're a dove. You're a careful dove that we can only grasp with delicate hands. And if we squeeze you too tightly, you fly away. So, sweet Rob, come by any other time if you want to talk on Discord, and like we can talk about the Amiga. I promise you, I'm not nearly as knowledgeable as you, but I grew up with an Amiga and I have a deep affection for it. And I'm curious to see how your mind works, because you're you love this shit, and my mind is kind of like blown by it. But anyway, if you ever see this, come back and we're gonna watch your part 3 right now. We're stoked for part 5. Huge epic drop on this. Thank you so much. And if we ever are having a laugh, don't worry, we're all on the same team. All right.
With some of the solutions currently available, and we'll start with probably the oldest.
Oh, okay. Oh, here we go. Rob says, sorry, I had to drop out of the chat. Can't stay, so watch the replay tomorrow. Okay, great. I just said a whole bunch just then. Catch that. Come by again. This was a special treat. YouTube just sent me your stuff like randomly in the sidebar, and I was like, what's this? And we just started watching it, and it was fun. And come by again. What a treat. What a treat. We're gonna watch part 3 right now. We're watching part 3 right now.
SCSI to SD. SCSI to SD has been around since at least 2011 as a simple way to replace a SCSI hard disk with a solid state alternative. Since that,
whoever that was that gave that man a fucking sub so he could come by and like it got flagged for him and they just pop by. Thank you. That was cool. I did not know he was even on Twitch. That is so pogs. that was like the greatest. That was like the sweetest, most wholesome, most like delightful weaving of good old-fashioned positive internet. Man, hell yeah. That ruled. All right.
At that time, a series of different revisions of the board have been produced, starting with revision 1, which came in a kit form. The last version, revision 6, came out in 2021. It may have been one of the first devices of its kind, but it's not the only device available. Around this time, the Blue SCSI version 1 appeared. Based around the STM32 Blue Pill development board, it started off life as a code fork from the ArdsSCSI STN32 project. Much like the SCSI to SD, there's been a fair few revisions, including a version 2 which I'll come back to in a minute. Shortly after the arrival of Blue SCSI, in 2022 another alternative appeared, the Azul SCSI. In May that year, it changed its name to the better known Zulu SCSI, and due to the component shortage, the search was on for an alternative processor for these.
I mean, it's a shame Rob's not here for this. Because this is the fucking shit I'm talking about. It's like the knowledge of the versions of SCSIs is wild.
And they released a version based around the Raspberry Pi Pico 2040 chip. Around the same time, the Blue SCSI version 2 came out. This one directly using a Raspberry Pi Pico board as its processor. The interesting bit is that the Blue SCSI version 2 code is based on the Zulu SCSI's SCSI to SD code, and the Zulu SCSI's 2040 code is based on the Blue SCSI code. Open source is great. Now there's one more device I want to mention. Originally called RA SCSI and recently named to Pi SCSI, makes use of a full-size Raspberry.
Oh, I know who likes RA SCSI. Little name that rhymes with Papulapan. Yeah, yeah. I know someone who enjoys a pretty raw SCSI.
Raspberry Pi to do the grunt of the work. However, the Pi SCSI can do a lot more than the others. Not only can it emulate a SCSI drive, but it can also play host and include the ability to back up directly SCSI hard disks, providing full control via a web interface.
Copy.
The advantages of the Pi SCSI include its speed and flexibility, but given the Raspberry Pi can be a bit harder to get right now, and also has a boot time of around 2 minutes, it's good to know there's lots of choice.
Woo!
Now we've collected a few
2-minute boot time. Get it out.
statistics about these, and they're very rough. The speeds vary depending on what you're trying to do and which system you're using them on.
Yeah.
The prices are based on averages I've found around the internet, and some of them include currency conversions. And whilst this is all very rough, one important thing to note is that the latest generations of all these devices are much faster than their predecessors.
Okay.
And to be honest, the prices aren't that different either.
All
so
right.
I've decided to try out the Blue SCSI version 2.
That's what I would have gone. I think I would have also gone Blue SCSI version 2. That's what kind of what you were saying? Oh, Thomas. Maybe the game you were thinking about is Luma, laser-based puzzle game. Okay, hold on. Amiga game Luma. No, it's not. But it has kind of a thing that's similar that's going on in the game, but it's not. You control these little tanks, these little vehicles. But I think, like, I'm not sure if there was a solid laser. I think you shot it because you had a cannon shooter tank and you'd shoot it. But the mirrors thing is like some vehicles have a mirror, but not all of them because they're each different things. Wait, suplex? Do you know what I'm talking about? Oh no, you're responding. Are you responding to StarCraft? Are you being are you jumping in on the bit and I'm like I'm latching on? I mean, because I did copy that floppy when I was a young boy, and I had a game that was just, it was written on it like laser game or something like that, not the title of the fucking game, so I don't have it memorized, the game of it, the actual name of the game.
From what I've understood, the Blue Scuzzy version 1 had some issues with the Amiga, but the version 2 is supposed to work right out of the box. There are several places I can
Laser
order it
combat?
from, either as a completely made up product or partially assembled kit, or a blank PCB, and I've opted for the partially assembled kit, so let's take a look. So in the kit you get a nice Blue Scuzzy sticker. Blue Scuzzy was originally intended for use with old Macs, so the sticker makes sense. We also get a mounting bracket. The main PCB, which I'll zoom in
Wait,
on
I'm
so you
missing
can
this.
take a
No, and it's not Laser Squad. Deflector, hold. Now, laser tank, hold on. There is no game called Laser Tank. Here, that was a goof. Do we rule out firepower? I don't know. Let's see. Oh wow, cool. That looks like that game that later came out on like Desert Storm on Genesis called Desert Storm, but no, it's not firepower. First time chatter, ARX. Hey, can you wish my dog Pingley a happy birthday? It's his birthday today. Happy birthday, Pingley! You are a good boy, aren't you? Nice. I hope you get some belly rubs. Woof woof to you, my sweetie. There. How about that? Now get out of here. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Stick around. Hey, Mr. Biggles, first time chat. Thanks, man. Welcome. I don't know what you said. Guys, we started out. We censored your ass. Keep it civil. Laser World. Are you doing it real? Are we giving this? Because we got to get into this, and we got to play games. Laser World. Man. It's the same premise, but I'm telling you, the game that I'm talking about had a lot more polish than this. It looked good. It looked really good. Hold on. I'm gonna actually ask my brother if he knows. Do you remember a game we had for Amiga where you were these tanks and like one or two of them was like a mirror tank and one shot a laser and you had to shoot the laser around the obstacles and into the end? Question mark. It was top down. Yeah, it was top down. It's not a false memory situation. I'll try Luma. Hold on. Luma. It's not Luma. It's not Luma. Firepower? Hold on. It's not firepower. We've been over this. Always lemmings. Yeah, crazy. That's weird. You know what's kind of wild is because Amiga, like one person could just like make a game and then just send it out and then it gets disseminated. I may have gotten like a game that was played by like 10 people.
Closer look.
Let's get back on task. We're meeting the Blue Scuzzy version 2.
Also in the pack, we have a Raspberry Pi Pico that's already been programmed with the Blue Scuzzy software.
Okay.
It's really easy to update this in the future too. And that just leaves a selection of jumpers and sockets. So, let's put it all together.
Fuck yeah. I like how he's like, he wants to put it together. He doesn't want it pre-assembled. Nah, man, that's just for fucking amateurs. I'm sorry, you get your Blue Scuzzies pre-assembled, pre-soldered? Get the fuck out of my store. Sir, I said get the fuck out of my store. Read the sign. What? No pre-assembled Scuzzy controllers. Come on. I said beat it. This is the year 2023. I don't like that shit. Now go. He's doing all the... Man. My boy Rob is wild. My boy Rob don't give a fuck. Hell yeah. I don't even know. And then, yeah, you know they all get in there. Pop, 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 pop. Brr, 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 brr. Doing the whole row. Easy mode. Easy clap. Poggers. Absolutely Monka's soldering. Hell yeah, Rob. Consider yourself fully fucking soldered. Eat shit. Whoa. Rob, you don't mean that. I mean what I fucking said. Eat shit. If you're coming in here with a pre-soldered Blue Scuzzy, I never want to see you again in my life. Alright. Can I play any of your games? Fuck no. This fucking place is for pro gamers only. Look at that. What a job. Look at this. Look at the clean ass fucking solders this man did. Oh. Look at this. That's some pro ass work. God damn. Rakim was like, oh shit, son. Oh, fucking hell, look at that. He gets off of his fucking London chimney. Whoa, he's just like perched on a chimney looking at his phone. Oh, hang on, lads, come around. Look at this fucking shit. Look at all these fucking shoulders, mate. Bet you never seen a Blue fucking Scuzzy like that, have you? Oh, give it here. Oh, what I'd give to have a fucking go at that. What's this, a version 2? Oh, sort of like a fucking legend. Give it executive. Looks like Blue Scuzzy version 2's back on the menu, boys. I did have a delayed reaction to that, but that is... I'm pretty pleased with that one, and I don't care if you're not.
Now I want to fit this inside my now working A590, but there's a problem. This accepts a floppy drive power cable, but the A590 uses a hard disk style Molex connector.
Huh.
I've looked around and you can get a Molex to floppy connector, but it's the wrong gender. So instead
Now that... I mean, now we're in 2023. Sorry. Liberal Hollywood. Woke California at it again. That's not...
I've purchased one of these, and a small kit of plugs and sockets so I can make up my own cable.
Okay, shit. So he's gotta swap genders on this motherfucker, then do a slippy slide to the right port. Oh, but he's making them short, babies. Yeah, dude. Oh no, he's just redoing the whole thing. Copy. Ooh.
So let's get that mounted inside of the A590.
Yeah. Let's get it mounted. Yep. Let's get this shit fucking mounted. I want to see this baby run. I want to see it purr. I want to see it slap. I like what you did there, Rob. Now that I've got your attention, when you put the little brass screws in there to just let you know where the good shit was, it's pretty cool. Woo! Yeah, get that thing out of here. We already know it doesn't have the files. It doesn't have the files. Get it out. It's not original. No sense keeping it. Get it out. That'll work. That'll do. Oh, I see. I see. Custom plate. Sick. Real fucking sick. Woo. Huh. How are you going to do this? Yep. Okay. And then you got the other one over there. Good. Ooh, yeah, get some spacers. Ooh. Oh, you're doing a fucking bolt and nut? You're doing nut and bolt? You're not doing... Of course you can't do screws. There's no fucking... there's no screw divots. Ooh. Ooh. Yup. You can just hand tighten it, man. You don't have to get crazy. Just hand tighten it. Don't get crazy. Yeah. Yep. Swap out that shit. Slide that baby back in. We're mounted. Pop those connectors in. Clickety clack. Tuck that shit in. Get the little fucking tape in there. Clickety clack. Fold that up. Fold it. Yeah. Okay. All right. Where is it? Is this gonna get? Oh yeah, GBs. Ooh, save the best for last. Let me see that storage. It is crazy that you can fit basically all of Amiga content on a fucking S1 SD card. That is wild, basically. I don't know what the total hard drive space of that era of like all Amiga programs, let's say, but you can put it on one San Diego card. That's true. Yes. That is just wild. All the programs I loved. Did anyone have the talking animator? If anyone had an Amiga, I had the talking animator, and I made all these like animations and stories and stuff. It was probably my first exposure to like creating stories, other than like playing with my GI Joes and stuff, and playing, creating my own little action movies. Anyway, give me that shot. Ooh. You didn't go Kingston. It's a shame. I would have gone Kingston. I'm a Kingston man, and I've been a Kingston man for years. It's just a little disappointing. Anyway, Rob, I wish you the fucking best.
Before we put the lid on the case, we need to sort out the SD card, and this needs formatting as either FAT32 or exFAT.
I know you did not. Do you guys FAT32?
Then, files can be placed on the card to represent a variety of devices based on how you name them. If the file name starts with HD, then it refers to a hard disk.
Yeah.
CD for an optical CD.
And then
SD for
floppy disk.
MO
for
for
magneto-optical, we know that.
RE
RE
for
removable.
and TP for
TP for
sequential
sequential
tape,
tape.
not toilet paper. Obviously, we'll mostly be wanting to use the HD option, but the
yes.
CD option may come in handy too.
Okay.
Now, each device on the SCSI bus has a unique ID number between 0 and
Whoa.
7. You can specify this as part of the file name, or, if omitted, it will default to 1.
Okay.
This is immediately followed by the LUN,
Wow.
or logical
Weird.
unit number. Currently, Blue SCSI only supports 0 for this value anyway.
Yeah.
Lastly,
Whoa.
you can force the sector size, which defaults to 512, unless specified otherwise.
We want two. We want 2 megs, or no? We're not doing. Okay.
Anything following these numbers and letters, perhaps starting with a dash, space, or a dot, or something else, is a friendly name for helping you to remember what the file is.
Madness that, I mean, again, it's like not something that you can just like go into the Amiga OS, say, like right click, format, this, that. No, you're gonna have to make a file name, or is he just like breaking down what the file name means once it's made?
Note that the maximum length of the file name must not exceed 64 characters.
Copy that.
So how do we make these hard disk files?
Oh, yeah.
Well, actually, it's really easy.
Okay.
On Windows, we can use the fsutil command, which can create files of any size we specify.
What? Do you know about the fsutil command? And making files? Who's every? Who knows fsutil? Never heard of that in my life.
The size is specified in bytes.
Everyone knows?
So
Oh,
I'll use
fuck.
it here to create a file of 500 megabytes. See, it made it. Obviously, if you create this directly on the SD card, it will take a little bit longer. Now, there's nothing special about this file, it's just a blank file, but it's the size we want. On Mac or Linux systems, you can use the dd command to perform the same operation. I'm sure Google will help you with this. One last thing, I don't want to be constantly unscrewing the A590 every time I want to swap the SD card or change it.
Right.
So, I've got one of these SD card extenders. I've also bought a smaller fan, as the other one was quite noisy. You might think without the hard disk in there you don't need a fan. You probably don't, but I'd just like to keep those chips as cool as possible. Now, I've also taken an ISO image of the Amiga OS 3.2 CD, and I've put that on the SD card too. Now, I don't know if I'll be able to access it, but it's worth a try. And I've named it CD20
Yeah.
Amiga OS-3.2.ISO.
Oh, it's-
But before I can try that, I
Ooh,
need...
ISOs. Do you remember ISOs? Do you remember going on the F-serves, getting your Juarez or your Wares and looking for those fucking ISO burns? Do you remember that shit? Getting the fucking full ISO, you wanted the ISO. And then you mount an ISO file. Yes. And you burn that shit to your CDs and your DVDs, and you're like, I got the whole ISO, baby. Mount me. In search of ISOs, yeah.
need to update the Kickstart ROMs in my Amiga 500 Plus.
Okay.
You'll notice that if you look closely, the dreaded Varta has been replaced by a coin cell battery.
Ugh.
And to the left, the 4 logic chips have been socketed. The Agnes chip and the socket has also been replaced.
Yep.
Thankfully, there were no tracks damaged.
I was gonna say.
I need to temporarily disconnect the HDMI connector going
Get
to
it
the RGB to HDMI adapter,
Ooh, man, this guy's got HDMI in his Amiga. Damn.
so I can get to the ROM. And once removed, I'll pop in the Kickstart 3.2 chip.
All right.
Make sure you align the ROM to the bottom of the socket. And
Copy.
once installed, I'm booting with a special disk.
See, I would expect him to go for a vintage monitor. Rob, baby, you're kind of all over the map. Are you a restorationist, or are you a Puritan, or are you like a modifier, tinkerer, kind of let's make it 2.0 kind of shit? We can't pigeonhole him. You're right. Garbarino Gaming, always the voice of reason. I'm sorry, Rob. You do you. You aren't in a box. Fucking, you are a wonderful amoeba, and you do you.
That I've created that just loads the CD DOS driver. This boot sequence has been speeded up slightly, but once we get to Workbench, you'll see that the Amiga OS CD is showing up perfectly.
Wow.
This is going to make installing the operating system very easy.
How does it have that icon? Were Amigas around when CDs were around? What? They were? There were Amigas that could read CDs? Wow. Through 2014? Is this true? Hold on. CDs have been around for a long time. Yeah, I guess you're right. When did the Amiga Computer Company stop? Oh, it didn't. 94. Nice try. No. History of Amiga. New Amigas. Amiga Corporation. Motherfucker, I don't know.
I've also copied the HD Toolbox app onto this disk to make things easier, although it is on the CD image. You'll notice here as I set up the drive, it's recognised as a Blue SCSI Pico.
Oh, and Defender of the Crown? Defender of the Crown. Defender of the Crown, Speedball 2. I think those are my two. Sid Meier's Pirates. Defender of the Crown, Speedball 2, Sid Meier's Pirates. And I liked... Did you ever play the Three Stooges game? Because they started off with a Defender of the Crown thing, and then they walked onto the title screen and like, get out of here. It was so fun.
I think that's kind of cool. I'm going to set this hard disk up using the professional file system. It's supposed to be much more reliable for hard disks. That strange code I'm typing in is actually the ID for the file system.
Right.
When converted to...
And I put dollars on it that Rob knows this off by heart. You know, I might throw a $5 in there and say, "Hey, Rob, what's like the typical file system number?" Oh, you mean 0 times 0x50465303? Yeah, I know it.
ASCII that actually spells PFS, with the last bit being the version number. Once we've made all the changes, I need to format the disk, and it doesn't take very long because I'm only going to use quick format.
This is so much.
And with that complete, let's start the installation process. And I'm going to speed this up as it does take some time.
Okay. Libs. I wanna... I live in the libs folder. Owned. Abort install! There's too many files! Save yourself! Run! Rob, you're a madman. Rob has lost his mind in the Amiga world. Sweating.
type cookie, you idiot.
Jesus Christ.
And with the installation complete and no disk in the drive, I'm going to reboot the machine. Now the ROMs I've actually installed are actually version
my Mountain Dew?
3.2.2, so I need to apply all the updates as well.
Oh,
here's one
you gotta
interesting
get it
tip.
updated.
We need to get the update files onto the Amiga. But there's
How?
around 70 megabytes of data. Well, there's an interesting trick we can use to get that data onto the hard disk.
Not the
The hard
internet.
disk file that we're using in Blue SCSI will actually
That's
mount
WinUAE.
under WinUAE, which is perfect for copying files to it.
Okay.
It's worth noting at this point, I could go full emulation and install all the updates directly to the drive inside of WinUAE.
Nah, we don't
but
do
that
that.
would spoil the experience,
Yeah.
though it would be faster. So now I'm going to...
We want the experience. My man Rob wants the experience of actually updating the fucking BIOS drivers HD. I'm lost, but my man Rob wants the fucking feeling of it. He wants the process. Why deny yourself this update experience? This Bob Vomits. I fucking agree. He's gone through the trouble. He's literally cleaned the exterior of the fucking the A590. Don't deny yourself. And we want it too. That's exactly, you're right, G-Pat. We want it too.
install the 3.2.1 updates.
Whoa!
And now we're ready for the 3.2.2 updates.
Oh shit!
And finally, the 3.2.2.1 updates.
Yeah!
One nice thing I realised
no,
at this
oh,
point
you-
is if I
you
actually
edged us-
wanted to
you didn't give
install
me my
all of
third-
the WHD load games or something else that's quite large, I can actually just create another hard disk file and then use that as another hard disk on the Amiga. I could then further partition that drive if I needed to.
There it is! God, hell yeah.
Finally, the A590 is booting perfectly with the new operating system installed.
Woo!
But there's one more thing I could do.
What?
Do you remember how in the first video the A590 was powered directly from the Amiga?
Yeah?
Well, I could remake this mod, but I've decided not to as I want to keep it as
Why?
close as possible to how it originally was.
Oh.
Now, I know this has
Are you sure about that? You have a 4 gigabyte SD fucking San Diego card in there.
been a fairly short guide to the Blue SCSI version 2.
That's
But
okay.
there's really not much else to say about it other than, well, it just works.
Yeah.
It's very easy to use as well, and I'm very pleased with it.
It's very easy to use. You didn't have to tell me that. We saw your video. Looks easy as Raspberry Pi.
So if you need a solid-state SCSI alternative
Yeah.
for your Amiga,
Yeah.
the Blue SCSI version 2 seems to do the job very well.
I agree.
Now, there's one more video in this series that I may be making.
Not real. We know a little. We know the fucking inside baseball, insider trading. We know that there's those more videos, my man, my sweetie, my handsome Rob. Look at what's a great photo of you, Robert. Look at you with your fucking tea. Look at you, you Englishman, with your fucking tea. Yeah, I'm a real nasty fuck if I don't have my fucking tea. Now, can I get my fucking tea or not?
Related to the A590. So if you don't want to miss that, make sure you've subscribed.
We don't want
I
to
hope
miss
you
it.
found this interesting.
We are
If-
subscribed, baby. Can't wait to have a fucking actual chat with you, you full tilt, tippy top legend. This rules. This is good internet. We like it. We like you. Unbelievable that you...
Hello.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. His viewers think we're trolling him. We should leave nice comments on his Hey Middleditch video. Hell yeah, we should. Oh shit. Okay, we'll do that right now. What was that on? What the fuck? Hold on. We're gonna shorten it. We're gonna fucking...
In the last video, I successfully
this out.
restored an Amiga A5. Early SCSI discs just aren't made anymore. So,
Not
in
on
this
my
video,
watch.
We're going to look at some alternatives to physical spinning drives. So let's start with an overview of some of the solutions currently available, and we'll start with probably the oldest, SCSI to SD. Hey Thomas, I see.
I said, not trolling at all, nothing but love. We are having a bit of fun and hope it doesn't feel mean-spirited, just goose because it's wild that you know all this stuff. And TBH, bewildering to us mortals. I had an Amiga for years growing up and is still my favorite games platform of the era. Speedball 2, Defender of the Crown, Pirates, Talking Animator all got worn out. We just completed part 3 of the A590 rebuild and we'll tuck into part 4 next week. Your channel was just randomly fed in my YouTube suggestions, and I love it. It's just a lovely thing that the internet can do. Show me someone who is so knowledgeable and passionate about something so specific. Thanks for popping by the stream. Keep it up, as I'm sure you're helping out a ton of folks who are also looking to get into or keep up with the Amiga scene. Comment. Yeah, I would hate that he felt. I would really be. I would kind of take down the streams if he felt like it was mean-spirited and that, you know, that we were kind of dunking on him. I would not be. I would feel really bad. I fucking love that he took my background. What a killer. What a fucking killer. It's so good. That is so good.